and what was in my bloodline was like hustlers, drug dealers, like, getting, fast money or being attracted to that lifestyle. What if I was discipled? What if someone actually took my hand when I, fell into sin, took my hand and really discipled me and walked me through the restoration power of Jesus Christ? Who is Michelle and how did we get here? Right? So I want to share a little bit about myself and how did we arrive at a place of discipleship and prayer. So I'm originally from the Bronx, New York. I was born and raised, and I grew up, as a typical New York City inner kid, latchkey kid, mom single parent, father addicted, to drugs, left the home. So grew up, being raised by my mom and really being attracted to the fast life. God wasn't really talked about in my home. I didn't grow up in church. I didn't know to have a relationship with God or the Holy Spirit. Like that wasn't, preachers and ministers was not, in my bloodline, right? But what was to get an education and to, work hard, especially because I had a bloodline of single mothers, right? Getting a degree and going to school have always been my ticket that I seen at the time to get out of the hood. Due to, the circumstances and the struggles that I went through growing up in New York and, being raised by a single mom, I also was, attracted to the fast life, like in my early 20s, right? I'm the youngest of 6. And what was in my bloodline was like hustlers, drug dealers, like, getting, fast money or being attracted to that lifestyle, right? So that's what, drew me, and that's what caused me to really look for love in all the wrong places, but also look for it, in guys that, were drug dealers, right? Because you get money fast, right? So I could pay tuition, I can, pay for my books, I can kind of like make it happen faster because, I had a single mom, right? Like she didn't always have it, did the best that she can, right? So I was drawn to this lifestyle. That's, basically what I was, like, a girlfriend to a drug dealer. So going to college, God started to speak to me and I started to write letters to God. I wrote letters to him when I was young. I would like, dear God, but didn't really know the God that I was writing to, right? But fast forward, as I was, in my early 20s, graduating college, I wanted more in life and I knew something in me, which probably was the Holy Spirit at that time speaking to me. But I had this feeling like, listen, I need to kind of like try to give my life to Christ, right? My relationship wasn't, what it should have been. I still was a product of my environment and living life like such. Right? So I said, I need to try the Lord.